a mandatory step. To obtain a residency permit in France, foreigners must sign a contract promising to integrate into the country and learn French. But with the new immigration law, foreigners will also be required to pass a written language test. For a residence permit of 2 to 4 years, applicants must have a middle school level of French. For a 10-year card, a high school level. And for nationality, a university level. In Marseille, these foreigners feel like their future in France depends on what happens in this classroom. All except one are employed. Some have been in France longer than 10 years, like Marianne from the Comoros. Her education stopped in middle school, and she's been working as a cleaning lady.
The problem is time. I don't have the time. I wasn't born in France. I didn't do my studies in France. I don't have the level necessary. That's the problem.
There are some who speak really good French, who communicate every day in their jobs, for their healthcare, for many things, but won't be able to pass the exam because of worry, anxiety. Some of them have been here for maybe 10, 15 years and already have residency permits, and to think that, well, even this time, they won't be able to get it.
If at the end of 3 years they don't have a middle school level of French, they will be deported. The Minister of the Interior estimates that nearly 20,000 migrants risk losing their residence permit, and 40,000 will be refused. At the same time, the number of hours for language courses being offered by the French government are being reduced. We acquired this exchange of documents from the French Immigration Office. This is what it says.
A clear reduction in the number of sessions should be halved as soon as possible.
To replace in-person courses, foreigners will have to make do with a website, a disaster according to one of the executives of the Immigration Office.
Les cours sont maintenus pour une infime minorité en fait, en présentiel. Et tous ceux qui parlent un petit peu, c'est simplement une proposition d'une plateforme Internet. Beaucoup n'ont pas d'ordinateur, pas de connexion Internet, ils n'ont que leur téléphone. C'est quasiment laisser la personne dans l'échec.
For the head of the Immigration Office, by increasing language competency, France will be taking a similar stance to its neighbors like Germany. Some say it will create a situation where many people will become undocumented, tens of thousands of foreigners who will never reach the required level of French.
The whole system is designed to empower people and help them integrate. I think we need to have trust in people, as I told you. They have 3 years to acquire the minimum level to renew a residency permit.
For those who want to obtain French nationality, the level is even higher. Even native French speakers would find the university level exam challenging. We asked 10 volunteers to take the test. Almost all have university degrees. For an hour and a half, they will be tested on their understanding of an audio recording. And clearly, it's no walk in the park.
Les robots émotionnels ont de plus en plus de succès auprès des enfants.
We are being asked, is an emotional robot capable of interpreting, eliciting, or displaying emotions? The difference between these words isn't very clear.
I think I got it wrong a few times because the phrasing is very similar.
What level of education do you have?
I've got a master's and I'm studying literature.
We corrected the tests. Out of the 10, 5 did not pass the writing portion, but did the oral. And 2 even failed the exam and wouldn't have obtained their nationality. The chances of passing are slim, especially when French is not one's native language.
This level is far too high for most foreigners wishing to apply for citizenship or a long stay permit in France. You need between 2,000 and 3,000 hours of French language learning to reach this level, so it's really unattainable.
The new language test will be put in place before the end of the year. 300,000 people will have to pay around €100 to take the test and pass, or otherwise lose their residency status.